वेलकम टू MensXP गुरुदेव। यूजुअली जब हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे कोई भी इंसान आता है तो मैं उनको बोलती हूँ दैट इट्स अ प्लेजर टू हैव यू, इट्स लवली टू हैव यू, इट्स ग्रेट टू हैव यू। बट आज आपके लिए मेरे को सिर्फ एक वर्ड आ रहा है एंड दैट इज दैट इट इज सो कूल टू हैव यू हियर। Because how often does it happen that somebody like you comes and gives a podcast on a platform which caters to young boys and young men? So I just think it's very cool and like it's right in the vibe.
You have young girls also joining in here or only young boys?
No, young boys, but girls also, like
Girls also.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, they also do it. So it's like, are you feeling the vibe?
That's good. I create good vibes all the time.
Do you know what vibe is? Like how the Gen Z, yes, but how the Gen Z is using it these days.
Yeah. I feel the vibe.
You feel the vibe. Okay.
But you should know how to change your vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When your mood is not so good, your vibes are not so good, right?
Yeah.
And so there is a trick to see how your vibes can be the most attractive, more beautiful, more pleasant, and
Are you
more uplifting vibes.
really?
Yeah, that's you can make
So
it.
what's the trick?
I won't tell you just like that. For that, one has to come spend a little time.
Yes, makes sense. Yeah.
Isn't it? Makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And while we're talking about Gen Z, so I just personally feel that this generation is very different from the previous generations, right? A lot is happening, a lot is going on. So according to you, what do you think could be the two biggest problems that Gen Z is facing right now?
Number one is losing interest very quickly in anything they take up. Number one. Number two is feeling that nobody is understanding them or their mindset. Or, feeling sort of loneliness.
Yeah, they feel misunderstood.
Being misunderstood.
And two other things that I think that is going on right now. Two problems. One is reels and the other is relationships. Reels because, and I think it ties back to your point, short attention span, because we're so used to just, looking at something on our phones and then forgetting about it. And I think relationships is just,
Yeah, that's exactly I included in this what I said earlier. When you feel loneliness, that's when you look for a relationship. And then you don't stay on any relationship. And then, you don't even feel really connected to people at that time. Because you don't feel connected to yourself. You have a confusion. You want some clarity. And, when 2, 3, 4 people are so confused, then they can't really gel with each other.
Yeah. And I think एक ज़माना था जहाँ पे relationships होती थी, but I think अब एक ज़माना आ चुका है जहाँ पे relationship से we've moved on to situationships. Have you heard of that term?
Yeah, I have heard about it. I'm quite familiar with Gen Z
Really?
vocabulary. अभी जो सिचुएशन उस हिसाब से चलते हैं. ये बात है. आज जो है उनके साथ आज मस्ती मौज करेंगे. दूसरा सिचुएशन देखते हैं कल क्या है. तो ये इसीलिए हो गया कि लोग आपस में एक तरह से पूरा कनेक्टेड नहीं फील कर रहे थे. कमिटमेंट नहीं करने के लिए आगे आ रहे थे. Because when you are scared, you don't want to commit. The fear of commitment. But then, after some time you get so tired of it. Situation के ऊपर ही छोड़ दें तो it doesn't take much time for you to get total boredom.
Yeah.
And then feel lonely.
Do you think that is the reason why a lot of young people, they can't stick to one partner also? I mean, they're hopping and...
Stress. You can't stick, you don't stick to one partner. It is because you're so stressed and there is such an uncertainty and there is a fear of commitment. And then, you don't know what the other person expects from you. All these things are also temptation to have a better, more happier, more fun, more joyful life.
There's better out there.
There is someone there out that must be much better than this person.
I think that is when dating apps have spoiled us.
Yeah. Not only this, here what is happening is Emotional connectivity is becoming less and less.
Yeah.
There is not intense bonding, If the bonding is not there, it is not satisfying. It doesn't really uplift your spirit.
But आजकल ऐसा लगता है कि nothing satisfies, young people.
Because
what are they looking for?
Because you're just looking for joy, happiness, but the love is drying out. Satisfaction comes only when there is genuine love. If you are just on pleasure trip, no pleasure is good enough to satisfy you. And it has its time limits. But when there is love, there is bonding, that lasts for long. See, two things. Your mind always wants something new. If you are having your relationship from the mind, it's not going to last at all, because mind wants new, latest fashion, everything new. But your heart yearns for something old. You take pride in an old friend, right?
Yeah.
Old friend.
Yes.
Yeah? So when relationship descends from the fashion to love or bonding, then it is more fulfilling. That needs a lot of courage.
Love needs courage.
Love needs courage. Yeah. And when there is no love in life, then life becomes like worthless.
Yeah.
You feel very, very dry. And that's where people go to drugs and they become alcoholics. Because, you drink and you forget about things, and then that's it, then that is spoiling your whole health, your consciousness, your vibes. An alcoholic doesn't have very good vibes.
Yeah.
And people just don't want to bond with them, don't want to be with them, because their vibrations obviously is not so good. That's why I say it's necessary for people to make this distinction. You want the latest fashion, that is from the mind, but you want the old lasting friendship. If you don't, just imagine you have no friends and all your friends are just casual acquaintance. You feel terrible, right? There is nobody with whom you can share your feelings, your heart. And you think everyone is out there to get something out of you. It will be a society where everybody tries to grab something out of everyone. That will be misery.
Yeah.
It's total miserable state of affairs. But just imagine in a friendship, everyone want to do their 100% to their friends. How wonderful you feel. Yeah. Isn't it?
Yes.
So they're ready to put their heart and soul in order to help a friend. That bonding will last for the lifetime. So I would like to tell young people, young boys, no doubt you love fashion, you keep it, but have your relationship from the level of love and bonding, a sense of belongingness. There, it's not grabbing something out, but it is giving. How much have you given to someone else? This is what you should say. Here, there's one clause that's sometimes you may feel disappointed. You give so much and the other person
and you
don't get something back. And these challenges are there, but you have to overcome them. That's why I would say, don't expect anything from others. You give 100%. You will see what you deserve, what you need will be your way.
I think
it's like writing an exam,
Yeah, you just give it out.
You
put
exam,
it out in
you
the
put
universe.
your 100%. If you say, no, you're not prepared for the exam at all, you're not going to, go to the next level.
But पता है बहुत सारे लोगों की I think you've actually pinpointed, the problem, the main crux, that you should have a relationship out of love. But most people now have a relationship out of lust. क्योंकि एक टाइम था, और आई थिंक मेरे पेरेंट्स वाला वो टाइम था जहाँ पे आप पहले बात करते थे, you would fall in love, you would go out on dates, you would probably get married, and then the physical part of it would come. And now the relationships operate in reverse, that the physical part happens first, and then if it works well, it works well. Otherwise it's like probably just a one night thing. And I just feel that it's somehow becoming an addiction. It's become a pattern now, that all we see around us, or at least I see around myself, is this hookup culture. Like, it's become part of the culture now.
But this doesn't last too long. How many a person has 2, 3, 4 affairs, but then afterwards they get tired. They really look for someone to connect from the level of their heart, from love, right? The teenagers, of course, they want to experiment, they want to find who is the right person, suitable or not, connectivity or not, physical compatibility is there or not. But apart from that, if you just continue like that, and your whole personality, your whole life loses its charm. You are no more charming. Just imagine someone who has been with so many multiple partners. You think they look very charming? Huh? Absolutely not.
But it's a flex among boys.
No, the West has experimented all this a lot. And finally they gave up. Right? Here it has come now as a new thing, right? Maybe from a decade or so.
Yeah.
But America has tried all this. Europe has tried this so many times. Now they have moved away. I think soon in India also they'll do that. Even here today, many young people are very committed. They're very committed. Young men or boys are very committed to the relationship. They have a lot of heart, and they have certain ethics. They don't want to be with someone, a girl who has been with multiple relationships. Yeah. The moment a boy hears that girl had many multiple relationships,
they can't handle it.
They cannot handle, they'll just say, oh no, touch me not, go away, right? Yeah. So when you expect something from others, you should also
be able to
reciprocate.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to leave those values.
Yeah. Okay, Gurudev, but tell me, do people really have a love of their life? Does that as a concept exist?
I would say life is love. You should love the life.
Yeah. Not a person. Is there not the one out there for everyone?
No. See, of course, you can make anybody the one because it's you who create. Yeah. You have the ability to change the vibes of others. You have the ability to change the mindset of people. So why don't you try that? You have the key with you, and why are you trying? So every human being has so much inner potential, but that gets awakened only when we meditate. And this is something that we have not learned, unfortunately, neither in school nor at home. Anyone teaches us how to manage our emotions, how to change our vibrations if it's not okay. That's why Art of Living is there. We have so many programs for youngsters. Our course Sky for Schools, Sky Campuses programs, our technique Sudarshan Kriya is taught today in 130 universities in America alone.
Oh my God.
It's taught in Switzerland, in Germany. The West is looking forward this knowledge where you can change your vibrations, you can bring up the enthusiasm in you, you can be most loving, in many ways. So that building up of our own personality is very essential. So even when you want to find a job, you want to go to a job, you have to present yourself, right?
Yeah. They say first impressions are the last impressions.
And if you are worried, and you go to an interview with such a worry or tension or negativity or anger, the interviewer feels that, well, bye.
Yeah. Can't handle pressure.
This person is looking very depressed or not happy, not vibrant, has no juice, no enthusiasm in them. Who would like to hire you? Yeah. A boy came to me and said, I'm not getting any job, and he looked so sad. I said, even I won't hire you. You look so sad and so anxious and so afraid. Come on, get rid of these negative impressions. Get rid of negativity. And here we have a formula for it. Just sit and do the Kriya, Sudarshan Kriya, 10 minutes and do some breathing, do meditation 20 minutes. Yeah, back up, with full joy,
Yeah.
glory, energy.
Yes.
That's needed. Same thing happens in many young people are looking for a relationship. They don't know how to be attractive. They think
Yes.
to make themselves attractive, they have to do this and wear big goggles.
Or go to the gym
Or
or
this
have a
and that,
protein
yeah.
shake.
Of course, those things are necessary. You should go to gym, take protein shake. But on top of all that, you should keep your mind free from stress. You have to have the presence of mind. Otherwise, see, even now I am talking, I don't know how many of them are listening to me 100%. Because your mind is all over the place. Right? So, that reorientation for the mind, to be sharp, to be alert, to be intelligent, and to be intuitive is very essential to be successful. And that's all what Art of Living programs are meant to.
Do you think that is the most attractive quality about a man?
A beautiful mind.
A beautiful mind.
Our outer appearance is a secondary thing. But a beautiful mind and skill and talent, resilience, the enthusiasm. If someone is looking good, they have a great look. Just imagine they have no enthusiasm.
Yeah. And the moment they open their mouths,
they're also foolish.
Yeah.
They blabber.
Yes.
And they don't have attention at all. Their mind is all, what did you say?
Yeah.
If they don't have sharp memory or sharp intellect, they are not charming. Right? Yeah. The charm comes from your vibrations, as you rightly said in the first, vibes.
Vibes.
And the vibes come from you, the depth of your being. And for that, you need to do meditation, little bit on. You bring anybody of in any state, just 1 week here in our campus or any one of our campus around the world. That's it. You will find them different. Yeah. Just in few days.
I also feel different. I've been here since yesterday and I just feel a lot more calm and composed. Do you think that this might help young boys to process emotions better also? Because, for example...
Yeah, of course. You can process your emotion. You can get rid of your trauma. If you have some prejudice in your mind because of your previous events, past experience, you can be done with it. And not only that, today, is many young people have this issue. Many don't speak. They say, I am in a man's body, but I think I am a woman.
Yeah.
Or women say, no, I am in a woman's body, but I think
a man. Yeah.
I think I am a man.
Yeah.
And they go through so much fight with themselves. Yeah. Struggle with themselves. Before taking any steps, I would tell them, you just do the meditation. Go deep within. You will get so much clarity about who really you are. Yeah. There is a thing inside of you. Of course, you are made up of both your mother and father. Right?
And I think everybody has masculine and feminine traits.
With you. Yeah. But on top of it, deep inside, there is something in you that spirit is all love and light and joy and laughter. So tap into that. Once you tap into that, then, all the confusion goes away.
So these days, I just see that, a lot of people, they seem to be in a happy relationship, yet they wander off. First of all, so this question has two parts. First of all, is it possible to be in love with two people? And second, why do you think people cheat?
Let me take the second question first. Why people cheat? And why do they lie? Right? Cheat means lying, right?
Yes.
Lie. When you value your love more than truth, that is called cheat. Because you love someone more and you don't want to hurt them. You value their love for you so much, so you don't want to tell the truth. Now, first of all, why did you do something that is not truth? Something in which you have to hide? It is the weakness of mind. Mind gets through a temptation momentarily and they get carried away by the temptation. Later on, it creates regret and they don't want to lose their love of their life. So they lie. and the person on the other side, they think they are cheated. You should have compassion for the people, because just imagine, same thing happens to you. Suppose you are very devoted or you have a very good relation with somebody. But some moment it has happened that some temptation took over the mind and you slipped. And obviously you don't want to tell your partner, because you love your partner much more than this one incident of where you slipped. So you would definitely hide that. What do you expect from your partner? Okay, forgive, forget, understand you. It's not you, it's not your heart, it's just your mind, just flickering mind, just a passing temptation. So just imagine if your partner has good understanding, they understand why whatever happened, then it's a totally different scenario.
But won't that embolden the person to do it again the next time, maybe?
No, if they keep doing, then that's it, it's finished. But what I'm saying is, once or twice something happened, that people buy into temptations, one should have compassion.
And do you think it's possible to be in love with two people at the same time?
See, I would say you are love. But your relationship with different people are different things. You cannot have two relationships.
You can't, right?
Will your partners agree? The two other people, will they agree? Absolutely not.
No.
That it is not called relationship.
It's called an open relationship in this day and age.
No, but these are all words, but you look into the heart of people, they don't like it. Nobody likes.
That is true.
Nobody likes. I mean, you can camouflage your doings, whatever your temptation, by saying different words. But it doesn't work. I mean, if it works, well and good. There are communities where they have 4 wives, 2 wives, 3 wives, like that, if it works well. But see, if they're all happy, a man has 2 wives, both of them are happy.
No.
You have to find that out.
Yeah.
Well, one can quote Draupadi, she had 5 husbands. Maybe they were all happy. Instead of, you can't generalize an exception here. But I would say all that is needed is for you to know yourself. Be in touch with your own genuine, true feeling. If you get caught up in your mind and your temptations, you don't even pay attention to your true, genuine feelings. Then life is not satisfying.
And it's just a distraction, I think.
You don't enjoy anything. Okay, you may have 10 relationships, but you don't go into ecstasy. You don't really enjoy any relation. Today, every 40 seconds, one person is committing suicide in the world. Depression and aggression has taken over our population.
And I think everyday stress,
uncertainty. So I would suggest everyone take some time, do some pranayam, do meditation, uplift your spirit, and keep your vibes positive. Okay, thank you.
So nice to meet you. And I wanted to say this on camera, but I'll say it nonetheless. I think you're pooky.